What's good, YouTube? This is the Yugi Collector here, 6741. Since now that I see that my original channel is running the way it used to be, so the new channel that I stated on my last videos talking about the ban list, my Yugi Bro, scratch that. So just continue with the Yugi Collector 6741. It's good to be back on YouTube, and now we're going to continue to talk more about the ban list that Shriek has posted. So yeah, we have lost two very crucial cards that will be going out in March, and that is these two right here, which is Sangan and Wind-Up Carriers and Mighty. There may be a glare because the Wind-Up is ultimate and then Sangan is just a common. So yeah, to lose these two cards is going to be pretty sad for a lot of players. I mean, myself, I love using Sangan in pretty much almost every deck. Minus Gears and other stuff. But anyway, I mean, Sangan has run his course. He was first originally banned in 2004. Now, a lot of folks don't know that. Some folks didn't know that Sangan was ever banned. What is that, Mr. The Kiko 25? He made a list prediction sometime before. He was not sure when Sangan was ever banned, but I brought it to his attention that he was banned, and he said, "Thank you for the information. I appreciate that." So now, those of you that never knew that, now you do know. Now, for the cards going to 2 was a interesting notion. I found out what the RAIO was for, and that was for Mr. Thunder King Ryo. Now that I know that he is going to be restricted to 2 because he was mostly used in side decks, Thunder King, I mean, of course he upsets a lot of plays, especially if you run into Sangan. Your opponent can't search a card. Or any card that searches, like Goblin Zombie, which is basically my replacement for Sangan. And it's just going to really upset a lot of plays, plus his ability to tribute himself to negate a special summon, but not inherited special summons, because a lot of folks still get confused about that. Where it comes to Monster Reborn, Polymerization, Fusion Gate, those forms of summoning a card, or even Cyber Dragon just by specialing in himself like that. Yeah. And during damage calculation, Gores and Tragodia. Yeah, Thunder King cannot stop those. But Solemn Warning can, which is really strange. And then to lose Solemn Warning to 1 when it was first restricted to 2 after Mr. Fraser Smith, who won with Gravekeepers back when, and he had 3 pot of dualities. Yeah, that was great. But now Warning is down to 1. And then for more insult to injury for the wind-up players to lose Magician to 1. That just really kicked wind-ups where the sun don't shine. I mean, it really hurt a lot of the wind-up players. I guess now to really get the wind-up plays to get off the ground, you're going to have to do it without the carrier, which is, oh well, for some people. Now, the other card that surprised me that is going to go to 2 is this one. Tsukiyomi. When they first resurrected the card after being gone for so long, now they're going to give her a twin. Well, I think it's a he. But anyway, now it's going to be 2 in the deck. And that could raise the price on Tsukiyomi's, especially the Ultimate Prince, because this one is the Dark Crisis original print. So, the rares can hold some value. The commons from the Spellcaster's Judgment structure deck, which was the first Spellcaster deck, they are the common ones. They'll probably be at the lowest value, and then the Ultimates will probably be at the highest. So now, the next talk of business is the Advanced Ritual Art. Now that card was like super dangerous way back when Crush card was the prize card at the old Shonen Jump championships, which are now dubbed as YCSs. That was when the Demise OTK deck was declared the winner. And that deck was incredibly dangerous because of Advanced Ritual Art, and then the one card that really made the deck super stupid, which was Metamorphosis. But that card is gone still, and they have not talked about bringing it back, and I don't think it will come back. Next is now the cards that they brought to 3. They brought Spore, the little cotton ball. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, let him come to 3. But yeah, leave Glow Above out. And then I saw this other list some friends of mine brought to my attention about some leaked information about saying Goyo should come back. I don't think so, because Goyo is just way too powerful for a generic synchro, a level 6 at 28, to just run over anything in his path and then steal it and make it his own. Especially now with Exceeds in this meta, it really makes Goyo extremely powerful. And Black Wings now get their 3rd Kalu, but no second Whirlwind. So, and then Factory for the windups are still at 3. So yeah, that's strange. And then Lightswarm Lumina will go to 3. So yeah, Lightswarm players, yeah, y'all got something to cheer about. That could be a potential for the Judgment of the Light booster that comes out after Lord of Tachyon Galaxy. Who knows what's going to be in that set, because yet the set is not printed yet. We won't see that set until August. So we got a long way to go before we see that. Then last but not least, 6Ams get the biggest push in this format. They did not hit Gateway, which is really, really shocking. And then, instead of trying to calm down the frust, they make it a little more frustrating by saying now that Smoke Signal goes to 3. So that's just like slapping most decks in the face, because I remember once when 6Ams really did some damage. Now they can do a little more damage, just a little bit more. Now that they have that 3rd search card to search for the other cards that they need to do the damage. So they can search for their Elders, they can search for Hand, they can search for all the other level 3s in their deck. Kaigeki is basically the #1 card that they're going to search for, so they can summon him, then use his effect to special summon something else, and then they'll spam with Kizan, then they'll bring in Great Shogun Shien, just special, just like Black Wings. But anyway, the reason why I'm speaking about 6Ams is because the 2 cards that's coming out in Hidden Arsenal 7, the Evil Swarm Ouroboros and the Daigustal Emerald. Now, there are videos on DevPro / Pro, whatever you prefer to use the name for, the automated dueling system online that does all the rulings, not counting Duelist Network because you have to do it all yourself. But yeah, on the pros, that loop that knocks out your opponent's hand and then knocks out the cards from the grave is just very, very, very dangerous. Now, for Konami to not see that is very unusual to me. And it has 2 possible outcomes with this loop, because it can still knock out their hands, knock out their graves, and you can +1 each time when Daigustal Emerald loops and draws a card. I've seen it go into Exodia. So maybe we'll see a 6Sam / Exodia build with the knockout hand and graveyard build, which will be the standard build. So be on the rise to see that deck run amok for the next 6 months, if the Konami of America doesn't make any real big changes. But so far, what Shriek has posted, this is what we're going to see run this format. 6Ams and possibly Prophecies. We may see them do some damage, because since they're still a quite new deck, nothing in their section was touched. The Mirror nothing on their section was touched. They didn't hit Genix Undyne, and they did not hit Diva. I know they wasn't going to hit Dragoons, because that's new to the structure deck, because that would hurt selling the deck. So that's a no-brainer to say, oh no, we're not messing with that. Not maybe until September. Maybe give it another 6 months to shine and see what it can do. If it's still causing a ruckus, then Konami will take it accordingly and do something to the deck. The Fire Kings. People are saying they need to limit Fire Formation Tenkai. That card's fresh off the presses. That would be pretty stupid to limit that card. Especially now that YCS is going to take place tomorrow. I'd see that would be very dumb to restrict that card with it doing that. So, for the people that made these other lists and these other predictions and claiming that stuff was leaked, I just say, if it's not on Shriek, I ain't buying it. And I'm going to go ahead and close this out. I just wanted to just bring that to you guys' attention, that for those of you that did not know the truth about the ban list and why they have to ban so many cards and make their restrictions and etc. It's just to keep the game balanced. It's to keep me and you to keep spending our money. That's basically what this game is doing. For those of you that don't like what Konami is doing, then hey, you're just going to have to get over it, because this is how the game works. This is their rules. We play, and we got to play by their rules. We got to dance to their music. And if you don't like it, there's other card games out there. I mean, you can play Pokemon, you can play Vanguard, you can even play Magic. And their rotations, when they ban and restrict cards, is way completely different than the rotations that we go through. But anyway, that's the video. And hopefully that put a little knowledge on your head. So this is the Yu-Gi Collector 6741. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. And yes, it's good to be back on YouTube in 2013. And I'll see y'all later in the next one.